Welcome to Elite Talks with episode 11.
All right, and I'm Ricardo, your conceited editor, and you didn't. All right, now today we have two special guests. First, introduce yourselves.
My name is Kassette, aka Jesse Ames.
And I'm JJ, the Messiah, and that's all you need to know.
We
Great.
stayed up late last night doing a sound treatment to this dude.
And it shows. Holy crap! There's freaking craftsmanship up in here.
Yeah. We had to just to let you guys know this room is a little bit different. As you can see.
We have stuff on the wall.
See, no rugs this time like the last episodes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna get better, man. It's gonna get better.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah, I can't wait.
All right, guys. So there was an event last week with you guys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did Think Tank's Productions grand opening right downstairs in the event hall that we have.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a pretty good turnout, man. We had enough to cover the cost of the venue and get a little bit extra so that we can get some more sound treatment and more gear and stuff. So
Nice.
yeah,
Hey, that's good.
So who was performing?
Well, we had, who was it? Concal spinning
yeah.
for a minute. And then we had Crecon, which is Creature, and Concal put together. They do their thing together. Creature, he cracks me up.
Creature.
And then we went on right after them.
Mm-hmm.
That
You
was...
too?
Yes.
Yeah, we do like a blended set. If you ever see us, it's usually like we'll switch off on songs and then back each other up on our lyrics. So it was JJ the Messiah, and then Kassette, and then there was Busta, which is this neo-funk hop group that I'm in. So
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good song.
oh, thanks, man. You checked it out.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and your advertisement too.
Oh,
It
that
pops
too
up.
just kept
Yeah.
popping up.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least I know, the money's going somewhere, huh?
Yeah. To
Just
me.
to your feed.
Yeah. to me.
You're like, I seen it like 10 times, bro.
I know.
Right, cranked it out.
You know, you be posting funny stories.
Yeah, he blocked.
I seen a picture of you at the Holy Diver. When was this?
Oh, man, what was I doing? You gotta let me know what I was doing.
You were like playing the bass?
No, I play
Or-
my guitar.
Okay, it was a guitar.
Yeah, that's Betty. I named my guitar Betty because she's white. She's beautiful.
Betty.
Yeah, that was performing. I think that was the debut of my song "Perfectly Flawed." I think I debuted it before I even recorded it.
Oh wow.
So it's this kind of a blend of a reggae hip hop type of thing.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Thank you. It was
Yeah.
a complete accident that I wrote that song. Like I wrote it in like 15 minutes, waiting for the bus, being chased away by roaches around the bus stop. It was terrifying, but it came out pretty well.
Like
The
literal
inspiration
roaches?
comes from nowhere.
Yeah, no, they're giant flying tree cock.
Well, there you have it. Roaches makes, I don't know,
Roaches
inspires.
makes hits, yeah.
Yeah.
Roaches make hits. Actually, if you listen to, what's his name, Brent Faiyaz, in the middle of like a really dope song, there's a guy in the background and he goes, "Yo, there's a roach on the floor." And I was just like, yo, what the fuck? Anyways.
Wow. When was this? The concert that you did in Holy Diver?
Ooh. I want to say it was maybe, I think I debuted it when we opened up for Devin the Dude, so that was April of last year?
Was
Oh,
it
wow.
April? Hold up, was that April?
Yeah, because I've been sitting on this song for a while.
Oh wow.
You know, I've had it, and I just wasn't sure if I was going to do anything with it, and then he was like, put it down, we need to record it. So yeah, I want to say it was either April or November. I know those are kind of drastic.
Yeah, it was April or November because we hit Holy Diver regularly. We're like a house band for them.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah, whenever they got a hip hop show coming through, I usually get the tip and then I'll book us, and it's usually a cool act. Like we done Swayze twice, we done Devin the Dude, Mayday.
Oh.
A whole bunch of people. It's been really cool.
Yeah.
I got really close to doing Murs and like
Too
Murs and
Short?
DJ Abilities. Too Short was a thing, but they wanted us to pay.
Skrilla.
Yeah, and I was like, man, I'm
Skrilla.
cool. Yeah, I ain't trying to pay for a set.
Last time I went to a Too Short concert, nothing but opening acts.
I
It was
bet.
like 4 hours of the show and just like
Jeez.
1 hour of him playing.
That's okay. So with that being said, bro, like that's what we're trying to change in the scene is like that when you come to a show, like we got to get some funds first, but when we get the right attention, we want people to be paid out. We want to teach people how to brand themselves and stuff. So that's a big part. She's already on her way. We got her logo done for
Oh, nice.
my boy Richard.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's super badass. Like it's metal, but she's a rapper. And it's, I don't know, you gotta see it. Maybe we can plug it. We'll send it to
nice.
you.
I like metal Legos. Logos.
Legos, metal Legos?
Yes.
I've never played with those before.
I know, me
But they're
too.
heavy.
They're
They're expensive.
when he advertised it, it was just only him, you know, like no opening acts, like didn't show nobody's name, so it was just complete surprise.
That's kind of what's wrong with the scene right now. Is you show up to a show, you're expecting to see a headliner, and then all of a sudden it's like 8 opening acts for 10 minutes each, and they suck.
They're all rapping with their song that's playing. It's like you're sitting in the car with your homeboys, and they're singing along to their favorite song. That's literally like the majority of the shows. We're trying to change that. Like, we're trying to get people to branch out and, you know, have your backing vocals, but be the raw artist that people go to see in the shows. Like, do your actual vocals.
Yeah. Don't put your main vocal, like your actual track on Spotify.
I'm not a big fan of that. Like, I'm just like, what's the point of seeing you live? What's the point of seeing you live if you're gonna just have that in the background and sometimes don't even say the words, you know?
Yep. They just they'll mumble the last part of the line. It's like they'll say the last 4 words when there was 12, and I'm just like, yo, I can't stand it.
That's like Eddie Vedder from Pearl Jam. You can't understand a thing he says until he says his last word.
Oh yeah, that's true.
The 90s, man.
Yeah.
Are you a grunge person?
I'm definitely a 90s alternative metalhead type of thing. I listen to mostly like metal and Spanish music, like Tejano, Intocable.
I don't know who they are.
Yeah, there's like 13 of the guys and like 6 of them play accordion, so that says enough.
Okay. Cool.
So half the music, gotcha.
I just know Ramon Ayala, that's it.
Oh I don't really know too many songs about him, but or by him. But like Los Tigres too.
Oh yeah, he's kind of related to me, Ramon Ayala.
Really?
Yeah, because if you go to his Wikipedia, he has my last name.
Yeah.
But he changed his name to Ayala because of his mom. So there you go.
I actually like what you guys are doing, by the way. Like I think more people need to be aware, and like we got to get some more people in here. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, man.
Like, dude, like just the right people. Maybe we could get Shane Q. He popped in for a second.
Shane Q? Who's this Shane Q?
Shane Q, dude. You don't know Shane Q?
No, I don't.
No.
I'm pretty blind.
He's not hip hop, but he's a singer, and dude is mad talented. He actually did background vocals on the Busted track, that It's Only Love track. But he has like this cover of Havana on SoundCloud that's kind of original. It's like a remix, dude, and it was done by this studio in town called Valstan, and they crank out songs like it's nobody's business. But Shane has this powerful fucking voice, can do runs like he's a gospel black dude, and he's like white and Guam.
Oh wow.
You know, he's white and Guamanian, and like this dude is a beast. Anyways, so I'll have to have him come through one day if we could convince him.
Love you, Cheng Q.
Cheng Q. Anyways,
I'm down.
Word.
Yeah. Powerful.
Anyways, so what's going on with you music-wise? Like, are we gonna expect anything from you soon, or what?
Yeah, I'm hoping so. Right now, I'm waiting for him to kind of tie up a few things that he's working on, because he's a busy man, and honestly, I wouldn't have gotten this far without this guy. He's been helping me. I've been shadowing him, like basically interning, learning how to mix right now, so I'm training my mixer's ear. So it's kind of like on a hiatus, but I'm also writing and I'm also producing beats. I'm trying to make a beat once a week to just kind of, pump them out, make some money, or do something with it. But hopefully, overall, by the end of this year, I hope to have an album out. And,
Right, by the end of this year, I'm gonna be on you on that.
Please do.
She's gonna have it. Like, it's no doubt. We just, we're mixing Bassy Vibe right now, and it's a big project. Super, super big. He's got like maybe 7 or 8 tracks. And then I'm working with Pyramid Kid, you know that.
Yes.
He's about to drop his whole album soon.
Hey!
And then we have a guy, his name's Aaron. He goes by Young Tycoon.
Yeah, Young Tycoon.
Young Tycoon.
Okay.
It's Y-U-N-G.
Okay.
I got it wrong. And then I had to remember Tycoon. I hit him up through text. I was like, hey, it was like Young Typhoon.
Typhoon?
And we both started dying during the session. But yeah. Young Tycoon, we should probably have him through.
Okay.
He's a pretty cool cat. But yeah, man, as far as music for her, bro, she's got, I don't know if she's going to do an EP or an album. It's up to her. She's got songs for days.
Yeah, I need to do an album. I need to do something full length, something that people like. If you're going to buy it, it's got to be worth it for me, especially if it's going to be my first album. So, yeah, it's going to be dope.
Well, anyway, for the unaware, what kind of music do you write?
Music that pisses people off, typically. I like to touch nerves. So like right now, I do want to put out this. It's like a solo, like no hook, just straight flow, and it's literally touching all about police brutality. It's touching about race. I don't know what my genre is. I just kind of do music.
It's like a aggro hip hop, but like hip hop's already aggro, but she's more political, like in a sense, you know, conscious. Okay. It's like a conscious political hip hop.
Okay.
But like it's Californian / Texan, Houston stuff. Like I don't know how to put it, because she's got like the punk rock vibe, you know, where like the reggae punk. Like she's diverse.
Is she like a death grip type of thing?
We'll just call it hip hop. It's hip hop. That's what we're calling it.
Yeah, it's hip hop.
It's got the boom, boom. So yeah, it's hip hop.
So any fans of hip hop? Don't matter if you're old or new, black or white,
green or Sasquatch. You could listen to it.
Yeah, no, real talk. I was just having this conversation with her. I was like, yo, it used to be that you couldn't be a rapper after 20, right? Like what's the point, right? Like 25, you're starting to get old as a rapper, right? Now it's like we have a whole generation of people that have been raised on hip hop that are adults. So like there's adult contemporary hip hop. It's really weird. So people like Common or something, you know. Not everybody listens to Common these days. Yeah. I listened to Common when I was like in my early 20s. And I think about it and I'm like, yo, but there's a whole section of people that still listen to Common, you know, like that fool could pack out a stadium. So I think it's cool because the industry for hip hop is so broad now. And I think that we're going to kind of tap into all of it. So it'll be tight.
Matchbox 20, but for hip hop.
Okay.
Yo, I'm done.
Okay. You say you're an alternative metal Spanish fangirl, right?
Yes.
Like who are your biggest inspirations?
Well, for hip hop, Atmosphere, Slug. We just went to go see him the other day.
Slug?
Word.
His lyrics really inspire me. They actually got me through homelessness and abusive relationships and stuff like that. So the way that his style of writing, his style of expressing himself, that's a huge influence on me. But as far as everything else, man, like if I'm getting pumped up for a show, I have on like Cradle of Filth, Dimmu Borgir, or System of a Down.
Oh, nice. Did you see them?
No.
They were here last weekend. Cradle of Filth.
What?
Are you serious?
Ace of Spade. I kid you not.
Alright, we're done here.
Yeah, my friend told me about it, and I was like, And I have another friend that was giving away free tickets, too.
How did you get these free tickets?
I know, right?
Connected.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, I grew up in the metal scene. My stepdad is in a black metal band, and he's a drummer.
Oh, nice.
So, I grew up around sacrificial lambs and, pictures of skeletons fornicating all over my living room wall. It was pretty interesting. So, it's just mostly my scene. Hip-hop was kind of weird to kind of step into and just go into a show, and it's like, why is there no one punching each other here? Like, where's the love at? Where's the mosh pit?
Well, now there is.
Now there is, but they got guns and stuff, too, though.
Well, like, if you go to, like, Suicide Boys. Or,
yeah.
Or like Ghostman and stuff like that.
Or Yellow Wolf.
Yellow Wolf. Well, Yellow Wolf is different.
It is different.
Well, like, I don't think Yellow Wolf is, or
he became hype, but it's like I feel like there's that whole rowdy side of hip hop that, well, I'd call it more like rap trap.
Rap trap.
How can you be that rowdy though if you're like popping Xannies 24/7? Like, I don't get. How are you functioning, man?
I don't know. Well, some of them did die, so.
Yeah. Well,
I'm not laughing at their death. I'm just laughing because it's true.
Yo, all right.
Yeah. Maybe I'll go viral for being an asshole.
So is that something you want to do? Just like have more of a mosh pit type of vibe when you go like.
I like the
perform?
community feeling of being at a metal show. If you get knocked to the ground, there's like 10 people that are reaching out their hands to pick you up to make sure you don't get stomped. So I think there needs to be more of that in hip hop, whether or not it's mosh pits, wall of deaths, like.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I've been to one time.
It's just.
If you don't know.
Yeah, no. I went to the Casualties and.
The Casualties.
Goat Whore, and they had a wall of death, and they had the punk rocks on this side, the metalheads on this side, and they said, all you emo and scene motherfuckers, get in the middle so we can just pummel the shit out of you.
Oh my god.
I didn't know which side to pick, man.
Do you know who's Total Chaos?
No, I feel like I might have heard it. But...
Well, they're like a similar band to the Casualties.
Okay.
Yeah, I seen them last month. Yeah, they're down to do a podcast as well.
Oh, dope.
Yeah.
We're probably going to have to use the lobby for that one.
Oh, yeah.
Big ass one. That'd be huge. Right?
Gotta get a keg,
band.
Anyways, so JJ, what made you want to become a, what are you, a rapper?
A SoundCloud rapper.
SoundCloud rapper? Artist?
Dude, you did.
Well, this is what I was just talking to him about. I didn't realize that I didn't start listening to hip hop till I was like 17 or 18.
Oh, wow.
It was Mac Dre that really got me into it, just like the kind of flow of his lyrics and stuff like that led me to Atmosphere and all this shit. I don't know, I started off with cello and piano when I was 9.
Cool.
And so I just kind of loved music. I could compose, I could read and write, and it was just kind of like a second nature to me. So when I got older, what had happened was, you guys ever taken ecstasy before?
Nope.
Next question.
Okay. I got in trouble one time. My brother adopted me when I was 17 and he was 18, so he had guardianship of me, and he found out that I was supposed to be going out and taking some ecstasy. Well, he got pissed off and he grounded me. We had no TV, no DVD player, no cable, no Wi-Fi, nothing, just a really shitty laptop that had Arizona spilled on it, and just because, there was kids around. And, so I was just like, there's nothing to do in this fucking house. Like, can you show me how to work this FL Studio software? I have no idea what this is. Can you show me? So my brother's like, yeah, here's a kick, here's a clap, here's a hi-hat, here's a snare, and this is how you do it. And, like, 8 years later, he sits down, he asks me questions, how do I do this? How do I do that? So, yeah, I got into producing, but I didn't really think about putting 2 and 2 together. So I used to be a poet, and I used to win young authors competitions growing up, and I was published. When I was 14, I lied about my age to get published in a book.
Oh, wow. Is it published?
Yeah, it's somewhere floating around. It's called Immortal Verses. It's in a book of poetry. I never saw it, never read it. I don't even know. I think I wrote it about this kid I had a crush on in middle school.
Interesting.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he's on drugs now, too, so it's like, yeah. But yeah, elementary school, dude, we had fluency tests, and it was to see who could read the fastest, the most words in the minute. So, my ass, I had to be the best. And I'm just like, Peter Piper, Peter Piper, Peter Pepper. And I just kept going. So, I just figured out I could talk fast. Whoa. And if I put that with music, which is writing and music are my 2 favorite things. So, I just put those 2 together and I just do what I love.
She's a young Tupac.
You should be a mumble rapper.
No. We need less of that shit.
2 little syllables.
Or like I don't know, like what I mean was like, because you were saying that so fast, like a Tech 9 or something like that.
Yeah.
You know?
She's on par, bro. I'm telling you. First time she was at work. We had known each other a little bit. We weren't really kicking it too tough, but
too tough. It was soft.
It was soft. Yeah, we were soft kicking it.
Soft serve.
Soft serve.
So I walked up to her and I was like, hey, I just made this beat in the back because, I'm irresponsible. And,
irresponsible.
And she was like, yeah. And I was like, you said you rap, right? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, you want to come record something? And so she comes to the back, dude, and never heard the beat before and just lays down 16 bars, a whole verse off top. Like, whatever it was that I don't know how you did it.
I don't know what it was.
and I was just, like, shocked. I was like, man, this is crazy. I was like, I don't think she knows that she's this good. Like, you ever do shows? And she goes, no. And I hadn't been doing shows for like 2 years because my boy fell off. And I was going to school for audio and stuff. And then I was like, well, we got to start doing shows. And I think within a month, I had her on stage, maybe a month and a half.
Yeah.
It was like
my
that.
My name on the tickets, that blew my mind.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
Just had to get her out there, bro. She's talented, The Messiah. Every time I introduce her, I'm like, you're about to be, she's saving hip-hop.
Yeah. Where did you get that name from?
I crashed a Halloween party when I was like 16, and it was full of like 35, 40-something-year-olds. And so what I did was I just kind of waited on their porch until somebody was like, why are you standing outside? Like, come inside. And I'm like, yes, I'm technically invited to this party. So I go in, and dude's like, do you want a beer? And I'm like, shit, why not? So I'm sitting, and I find a freestyle circle, and it's just nothing but, middle-aged guys, and they're just going at it. And I'm like, hold on real quick, guys. And then I just hopped in real quick, laid out my shit, and by the time I was done, I look around, and there's only one guy standing there, and he's just like, yeah, you go, girl. And I'm like, where'd everybody else? Damn, all right. And he's just talking, and he's like, I don't care who you are. You can come with me with the sickest beats, but you could be the messiah of this and that. And I'm like, Messiah. Yo, like, Miss... I want to apologize, Messiah. And I just started playing with it. So I originally started off as just Messiah.
Oh, cool.
And then, just JJ just kept sticking because I don't like people knowing my real name. So JJ the Messiah.
So there's nothing but dudes there, you said.
Well, in the freestyle circles, that's how it usually goes. There's
Okay.
only dudes in freestyle circles.
Oh, okay.
We
And
need
they,
more female.
yeah,
MCs.
they get mad because it's like I'm small, and like my complexion's pretty light. A lot of people can perceive me as like a small white girl, and it's like, who the fuck are you to come in my freestyle circle and just make us shut up? And then they leave, dude. Or they're like, hey, throw some Norte in there, and I'm like, to quote my best friend John, I don't bang nothing but my hair, bro. Like, that's it.
Nice.
I don't bang nothing but my hair.
Love you, John.
I'm on, where is he?
Yeah. Well, let's make this the last question. So, why should we care about you? Why should...
That's all. Okay.
Yeah, that shit was hilarious.
So my dad asked me this question, right?
Yeah.
I'm joking.
Why should we put our focus on you as an artist?
Yeah.
I like to branch out from the regular stuff. I don't like spiced pumpkin lattes or whatever they call it, for me, I think people should listen to me because I'm one of those artists where you can relate to. It's like, damn, I've been in that position. I have been that asshole. I have been taken advantage of. And I just want that kind of vibe where it's like, damn, like this person really is a real person. I don't rap about having things that I don't have. I don't have any cars. I ride my skateboard everywhere, dude. It saves me a ton of money on car insurance. And I like to be relatable. So that's my thing. And I like to bring people who may not have been in my shoes, that other people have been in my position as well, to kind of step back, step down, and look at what it's like growing up with 16 people living in the house, and 14 of them are kids, and having to step over bodies waking up in the morning because it's a 2-bedroom house, and you know how us Latinos do it, man. We like to pile it up.
Don't look at me. That's good.
Sorry,
That's
So basically, so basically breaking the norm, but being relatable as possible.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
That and that's what life is all about, because everybody's unique in their own way. So it's like, if you can be unique in your own way but also still relate to people, then you're doing something right.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'll say that.
Okay.
If I were to tell you why you need to listen to her, it's because she's better than half the people out here, bro. Like it's upsetting that I can meet somebody and in a month have them on stage that has tons of material, but somebody that's been working for 8-10 years.
18.
8 to 10 years.
18.
18 years,
Oh,
whatever.
shit.
Oh, well, I mean, you've been working forever, but I'm talking about people that like consistently don't grow. She's constantly pushing herself. I've never seen anybody push themselves harder to be like good. You know what I mean? She wants to deliver, so that's why you should listen to her. It's because she's the shit. I'm genuinely saying that one day there's gonna be a Snow the Product JJ the Messiah show, and everybody's gonna be like hard pressed to like probably go with JJ.
I hope so.
I will state that. Put it on the record. Let's do it. Snow, come see me. Let's book this. I'll pay you. I don't know. You
I don't know.
I don't know. I ain't even mad. I love
See
you.
it.
You see me.
Okay, so
And as we also previously established, you're pretty versatile in your music fields.
Yeah, my goal is to be able to open up for pretty much any band. If I want to open up for Cradle of Filth, I want to be able to do it, and then turn around and go open up for Tupac. Tupac.
I mean,
Yo!
if you opened up for Tupac, he'd be Bones.
No,
but
dude. I'm traveling
back
to
in
the other,
time.
to the other universe, man. I'm traveling to the other side. and all
Parallel.
oh,
That's
so
exactly
you're gonna
it.
be
Black
big
holes.
when you're dead too?
that. Yeah,
Hey,
that's exactly what I'm doing, man.
Okay.
the only way I could ever perform with Tupac is suicide.
I was gonna say
Oh,
too short, so.
Okay. So where can we find you if we could listen to your music?
I live at my job. Nah.
Oh, okay.
Well, we mean your SoundCloud or
Yeah,
something.
or
Yeah.
so.
I'm on iTunes, I'm on Spotify, Google Play, YouTube, pretty much like any musical platform except for Pandora. District, I gotta talk to you about that. So, yeah, just pretty much any online platform.
Okay. What are the names of?
All I have is my single out. Unless you guys are able to find my old SoundCloud with my old shit on it.
Okay.
I'll give you guys $5, whoever can find it. Out of you guys, you can find my old shit.
Okay.
Well, Eli, you probably got that covered.
Yeah, maybe.
So I just
I'll
have my
PayPal you
single.
the 5 if you find it.
I mean,
Just
I'm pretty all
screenshot
about
me.
music.
Yeah, I just have my single out right now.
Yeah,
It's
she's
a
got her
perfectly
single
flawed.
out. If you
Okay.
look me up, I don't even got anything out either. It's like,
Jiggle Thicc Chicks.
oh God, don't tell them about Jiggle Thick Chick.
Let me tell you about this song called.
Okay, tell about the song.
Oh man,
Oh, God. It's a song. Okay, so shout out to my boy Antonio because he's the one who came up with the concept with me. We're in my car drinking sodas at 1 a.m. And I was like, bro, something. He's telling me a story about his stepmom, and she was a big girl, right? And he's like, her friend was over something. And I was like, he was talking about her, and I was like, was she hot? She goes, you know all of her friends, they're hella big. I was like a Jiggle Thicc chick. And he goes, yes! And then all of a sudden, boom, inspiration for a song about big girls. What the? I don't know. And then I made this beat, and I fucked up because I made the beat, right? My laptop got stolen, but I only had the beat left. And my brother ended up writing Jiggle Thicc Chicks with me. Antonio inspired the idea, and now there's a song about big women and how they're the ones we want. They chafe. There's one now. She's going, I'll see you later, baby. Oh my God. I'm telling you. But Jiggle Thicc Chicks, it exists. You can find it.
It exists.
If you find Jiggle Thicc Chicks, just play it and imagine being in a gas station and having a big girl look at you like you a snack. That's what that
snack.
Vibe is.
That's actually happened to me once before. I felt her staring at me, dude. It was weird. Like, is she gone?
So the concept is that you embrace it rather than run away from it. But it's like, nah, man. It's funny because all the girls that like the song are like skinny and like tiny and small, but they're like, "Ooh, I'm a Jiggle Thicc chick." It's like, nah, y'all can still walk.
They ain't thick. They a stick.
Exactly, Jiggle Stick Chick. But they ain't got no jiggle.
Little Stick Chick.
Little Stick Chick.
That's it.
That's the next one, part 2.
Part 2? Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a whole album dedicated to different types of bodies. Oh my gosh.
Damn. That should be a good whole series.
Right?
That'll be an interesting
I'm gonna
concept.
re-release Jiggle Thicc Chicks. And then the next one's gonna be Little Stick Chicks.
I have an overarching story in these.
Yeah,
It's gonna be great.
How I got syphilis in Sacramento. Yeah, that's great. So, if we want to tap into more artists, does it matter genre? Like, are you specific to genre or?
Well, so long as we're not hiring any, Disney people, like I just mentioned earlier.
Well, I do got a Disney singer. Are you sure?
It sounds dime a dozen to me, dude.
I definitely got a guy that sang for Disney at one point.
Oh, hey, that's pretty cool.
We should have him in. He's super, super great. His name's JP. He's in hashtag trending.
Cool.
That's the name of the band.
Yeah, that one band you talked about.
Dude, he sings like an angel.
Yes.
He's literal choir boy. Like he's been on world tours and things on TV.
Oh wow, someone's big. Oh shit.
He's right. I know, right?
Just kidding.
Wow.
Like he literally he starts to float when he sings. Like it's crazy.
I've
You just
never
hear the
seen
little
it.
bells in the background. Ding.
Oh my
All the
gosh.
creatures start popping up. Deer crossing the street.
Yeah, like butterflies and shit. Never seen it before in my life.
Real life Snow White.
Yeah, I think we're good. Okay, this is Lee Talks With, episode 11 with JJ the Messiah, and we are out.